Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back to film my monthly budget video for the month of April. I am super excited to film this video because there are a ton of changes, and as you can see from my background, I am in a new place. I mentioned in last month's monthly budget video that I was going to be moving back to my parents' house, and this is where I'm currently at right now. I actually left out some details, and I'll definitely be filming a vlog updating you guys all on all the changes. But Victor is here living with me, and if you guys don't know who Victor is, he is my husband, which I know a lot of you guys had questions or were asking about that in last videos. So yeah, Victor is my husband, and we're actually combining our income in order to bring you guys this budget today. So yeah, this is the first month that we will be combining our income, and I'll kind of walk you guys through it because we're doing a little bit different, and we'll see how it goes. So I have here my Erin Condren monthly planner, which I'm actually really excited for Erin Condren's new release later this month for the life planners. They're not releasing the new monthlies, but they are releasing like the hourly and the vertical planners, and I'm super excited about it. So I actually just saw some sneaks yesterday, so that's why I'm like talking about it right now. But I will bring you guys to April here, and hopefully the lighting is good. And then I also have all of my stickers here, all of my April stickers I'll be using in my budget planner. So all the stickers that you see here, along with like this pen, as well as other items that I use in my budgeting videos, I get them from my shop, Romina.rossa. So I sell these stickers as well as other items in there. And for today, we'll be setting up our April budget. So I have two sheets here. I have the foiled rainbow leopard washi along with the budget kit, the correlating one there that has your expenses separated by variable and fixed. So this is what I like to use in my monthly budget spread, and I will just bring you guys to there now. So I will do it right after the dashboard page here on this one. And I have here my mock budget. Victor and I actually went through that quite a bit just because this is such a big change. If you've been watching my channel for a while, and I'm just going to start setting this up here, you know that I've been doing my budget the same exact way since 2018. So it's always only been myself, and it's kind of a change, of course, bringing someone into your budget or adding someone into your budget or combining budgets. So far it's been quite a journey, I would say. So I will start with the top here. I put my washi and my April budget header. So I will add my income strip here and write down our income. So usually I will put in here Romina.rossa, but for this month I'm just going to put my name, so what I'm bringing in. Now, as you guys know, I don't disclose my income, so this part is still going to be empty, but you guys will get kind of the gist of it because I am going to be including what Victor will be bringing into this combined budget, which Victor's still creating his own budget, and then we're creating this combined budget for combined categories like groceries, eating out, household, basically our cash envelopes, and sinking funds. We are starting sinking funds this month, which is super exciting. So you guys will see, and hopefully I don't confuse you guys too much, but once again, this is the first month we're doing this. So I'll put Romina, and then I'll put Victor in here. And the amount that he's contributing to this combined income will be $2,080 with 65 cents. Now, like I mentioned, this is not his full monthly income, but this is only what he's adding to this combined budget. I hope that makes sense. And then I do like to have a section here for any variable income. So things like YouTube, I just started back up with my Patreon, so hopefully I'm able to put that in there this month, as well as other things like commissions. I know last month I started selling a bunch of just de-stash like planning items. I sold some things on Poshmark, so that will all be part of the variable income that I get every single week or 2 weeks. So those are going to be our income sources for this budget spread, and then I will lay down the total income header there. Then let's move on to our expenses, which will be different than they've ever been, especially last month, because last month I was still paying for rent at my old place, and now we are helping out my parents with a bit of money, so that will be considered our rent, but it's definitely not as much as I was paying. So we're definitely going to be saving in that sense, which is great, because you guys know that I'm currently actually 25 weeks pregnant, so that's 6 months in a week. So specific, but yeah, we're also working towards saving for baby and other things in the future. So let's start with our variable expenses. So like I mentioned, we are doing cash envelopes again, and this time we're combining them. So last month I started back up with the cash envelope system, and that's exactly what we're going to keep doing this month. Now this month it will be different and a little bit more difficult, because before I would just have like the eating out category for myself, and he would have his own. I feel like Victor has been budgeting, especially while I was taking my little break, but yeah, I think it'll just be a little bit difficult now, because we're combining our eating out together and like groceries and stuff like that. And before, I wouldn't really think much about eating out, because I would have my own money, and then when we would go out to eat, Victor would just pay. But now we're trying to be a little bit more conscious about eating out and whatnot, which I feel like a lot of people struggle with. So we're on the same boat now. So the first category, and I think I'll start with our cash envelopes, will be groceries. And for groceries, like I mentioned, we are living with my parents, so we're budgeting $350, which usually in the past I've budgeted anywhere between $225 to $275. So I thought that since we are living here, $250 would be plenty for us, just helping out my mom with maybe $100 or like around there for groceries, aside from the rent that we're already like contributing with, would be good. Now we'll see, and you guys will definitely see in my weekly check-in videos how we're doing with that, but so far $350 is our budget for groceries. Then we have eating out. Now we decided not to add so much money for groceries, because we wanted to add more into our eating out cash envelope. So for eating out, we're actually budgeting $600 for the month. And I will definitely love to know in the comments down below if you have a combined budget with like your significant other, husband, wife, or whatnot, how much it is that you budget for these categories, because I feel like a lot of people struggle with these two, groceries and eating out. So definitely let me know in the comments down below. The next category is gas, and this is only for myself. Victor has his own gas category in his budget, but since he goes to work and I mainly stay home, I thought it'd be better to just separate that for now. I feel like once we move into our own place, which hopefully is relatively soon, definitely before the baby comes, we might combine everything together. But as of now, I thought we would like ease into it instead of like just combining everything, because this is so different for him and I. So for gas, I am budgeting the same thing I budgeted last month, which was $100, and that actually worked out pretty nicely. Then for household, we weren't going to budget too much, but I think we might end up buying some things for the new place. I'm not sure yet, but we thought $150 was okay, which, trust me, I've seen a lot of videos, because I like to get an idea of what other people are doing and what's working with other people, and I think $150 was a good amount, as well as I'm doing savings challenges, so I'm hoping to be able to save money from a few of these categories, which we'll see. But after that, we have our allowances. And for this, I usually get $100, so we've decided to do $100 each, so that is $200 in total. Now, I do want to mention that this is our budget for the month, but Victor gets paid, I believe, every 2 weeks, so we will be starting up with paycheck budgeting, and how that's going to work, because my shop gets paid pretty much every single week, is we will go ahead and go by Victor's pay schedule, and that way we don't have like a million paychecks a month, because I feel like that's not doable, or it would just be really hard for me since I've only budgeted on a monthly basis. So $200 for allowance. Then next I have my beauty category, which I will be doing the same thing I did last month, which is $60. I definitely don't want to increase, but I want to keep it this way because I want to, for sure, this month go and get like a pedicure, or maybe buy, I don't know if nail polish for my nails, or if I would like to invest into like maybe getting my nails done at home. We'll go ahead and see, but I thought I would just leave it at where I had it last month and go from there. Then next, variable expense, we have my phone bill, which this has ranged by like $1 or $2 every month. So I'm going to keep it in the variable expenses up until I've been in the same amount for like a few months, because I don't know why that's been happening. So I'm budgeting $45 for phone bill. And then I believe I have to pay electricity like my last month with my last place. So this is not for like my parents' house, this is for my last place. And I'm budgeting $50 for this, because that's around how much the past few months have been. So $50 for that. And I think that's all we have for variable expenses. Now I'm going to skip a line because with the savings challenges that I'm doing, I'm trying to see how to go about writing those in my monthly budget spread still. So we'll just go ahead and see, I guess. I'm going to lay down this glitter washi there, and then we'll move on to fix. My camera is already flashing at me, so if this one dies, it will just be the notebook on its own. I'm so sorry. I can't seem to find my battery charger for some reason since I moved, but let's move on to fixed expenses. For fixed expenses, number one expense is rent, of course. And like I mentioned, this is more to like help out my parents while we're living in here. And we are giving them $250, which is what they told us would be good enough to give them. But like I mentioned, we're also going to be giving them money from groceries. So it should be anywhere between like $300 to $350, I would say, that we're actually contributing with. Then after rent, I have my car payment, which is $348 with 6 cents. Then I have to pay for my car insurance, of course, which is $129. Hope you guys can see that there. After car insurance, I have internet, and this is once again the last payment that I should be paying for my last place, and this was $25, so I'll just add that in here. And just like that, my other camera died. After internet, I have our gym memberships, which I've decided to add this, combine both of our gym memberships together, and those two are $40. We might end up canceling, I think, one of these and paying them with, actually I'll wait to talk about that because it has to do with the insurance we're currently enrolled in. So we have gym membership. Then we did have to get a storage unit to store all of the things that I had at my old place, since we obviously couldn't bring them to my parents. And the storage unit, I believe, is going to be $99.50, and that includes the $12 insurance charge. And this is going to be, I think, for the first 2 months, because Victor got is under a promotion where we get 50% off the first 2 months. So in total it will be like $200 after the 2 months, which hopefully everything ends up happening the way that we want it to, and we're out of here before the 2 months. But we'll go ahead and explain that, I think, later. So that's for the storage unit. And the next fixed expense, which is a big one that we're adding this month, is our health insurance. So Victor and I now have health insurance together, and we're getting that through his employer. So I believe around 75% of his is covered, but mine isn't. So our insurance together, which I will put right here, health insurance, is $556.15, which seems like such a big amount, but this is supposed to be one of like the best insurance. I think it's a PPO. I think that's what it is. And hopefully after the baby's here, there's other options to get like an HMO. But for now, I think our only option is the PPO. So that's what we're going to be paying monthly. And the last category in the fixed expenses is our sinking funds, which I love how I have the same amount of variable and fixed expenses. I don't think this has ever happened, but it looks so good to me. And for sinking funds, we are starting back up with these. I haven't had sinking funds in a really long time, but we thought that it would be good to start 2 of them, which definitely stay tuned for my cash envelope stuffing video. You guys will see those there. But for sinking funds, we're only doing $225 this month to start off. And we only have 2 categories, but I think starting up with sinking funds is going to be so nice for when we actually have to pay for these items or these things in the future. So those are all of my fixed expenses. And I am going to escape a line so everything kind of matches up. This has never happened to me, so I'm like honestly so happy about it. So those are all of our expenses, and before I move on to the total section, I'm going to add everything up. So I'll first add the variable expenses, which equal to $1,555, and then our fixed expenses, $250, 6, those equal to $1,672.71. So if I add both of my expenses, this is the total for them. So it's $3,227.71. And this is what Victor is contributing for all of these expenses, which is mainly the together stuff. So groceries, eating out, I believe I'm paying for household and allowances. This is all mine. He's helping with rent, the storage unit, the health insurance, and the sinking funds. So this is definitely still very much a contributing budget, because it honestly depends how much my shop makes at the end of the month. So since I don't necessarily get like a salary paycheck, it honestly just varies with the shop and how well it does in the month. So yeah, let me go ahead and lay down these totals at the bottom. So I like to have income, expenses, and then total section here. So in the total section, I will write income. And this will be for the expected total income from here. And then at the end of the month, I will put the actual in there. And then for variable expenses, we have a budget of $1,555. And then we will see how we do with these at the end of the month. And once again, we'll put that in the actual column. And then for fixed expenses, those will not change between now and the end of the month. So they will be the same number. And then what I like to do is lay down the balance header here, and then subtract all of my expenses from my income for the budgeted section as well as the actual. And whatever I have left over is going to go towards a few things like debt, savings, and whatnot. So it just honestly depends on the financial goal you are currently working towards. But that's what I use this little box for. So I'll put a little piggy bank there. And then I'll decorate the rest of my spread with the deco that comes in the budget kits. So with that being said, that is how our combined budget is looking for the month of April. I really hope you guys enjoyed this different budget setup, because if you guys have been following for a while, you guys know that this is completely different than anything I've done. And definitely stay tuned for the paycheck budgets as well as cash envelope stuffings and the weekly check-in videos. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please do not forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. Also, don't forget to comment down below letting me know how much it is that you budget for cash envelopes when you are combining budgets or combining incomes. As well as, if you're interested, I will leave a link for my Patreon down below, which is where you can get exclusive content from me. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!